A clerical prophecy. To the preachers, I come to you today as a servant of God, a preacher of righteousness, with this message from the Lord. Thus says the Lord, I revealed myself to you in my word when I said, this is a trustworthy saying. If someone aspires to be an elder, he desires an honorable position. So an elder must be a man whose life is above reproach. He must be faithful to his wife. He must exercise self-control, live wisely, and have a good reputation. He must enjoy having guests in his home, and he must be able to teach. He must not be a heavy drinker or be violent. He must be gentle, not quarrelsome, and not love money. He must manage his own family well, having children who respect and obey him. For if a man cannot manage his own household, how can he take care of God's church? An elder must not be a new believer, because he might become proud, and the devil would cause him to fall. Also, people outside the church must speak well of him so that he will not be disgraced and fall into the devil's trap. I told you to work hard so you can present yourselves to me and receive my approval, says the Lord. I instructed you to be a good worker, one who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly explains the word of truth. Instead, you steal messages from each other and claim they are from me. I'm against these smooth-tongued preachers who say, this prophecy is from the Lord. I'm against these false preachers. Their imaginary dreams are flagrant lies that lead my people into sin. I did not send or appoint them, and they have no message at all for my people. I, the Lord, have spoken. Therefore, says the Lord, I'm against these false preachers. Then this message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, prophesy against these false preachers. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. What sorrow awaits you, false preachers, who feed yourselves instead of your congregations? Shouldn't a preacher feed their congregations? In their greed, they make up clever lies to get hold of their money. You are concerned about your own selfish desires, and you drive their resources, but you let your congregation starve. You have not taken care of the weak. You have not tended the sick or bound up the injured. Instead, you have ruled them with harshness and cruelty. So my people have been scattered without a preacher, and they are easy prey for the devil. They have wandered away. They are confused and helpless, like people without a preacher. Therefore, you preachers, hear the word of the Lord. As surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, you abandon my people, and you let them be attacked by the devil. And though you profess to be my servants, you didn't search for my people when they were lost. You took care of yourself and left the people to starve. Therefore, you preachers, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I now consider these preachers my enemies, and I will hold them responsible for what has happened to my people. I will take away their right to feed the congregation, and I will stop them from feeding themselves. I will rescue my congregation from their mouths. The people will no longer be their prey. But I will honor those who honor me, and I will despise those who think lightly of me. The time is coming when I will put an end to your family. All the members of your family will die before their time. None will reach old age. You will watch with envy as I pour out prosperity on the people of my church, but no members of your family will ever live out their days. Those who survive will live in sadness and grief, and their children will die a violent death. Then I will raise up faithful preachers who will serve me and do what I desire. I will establish their family, then all of your surviving family will bow before them, begging for money and food. Please, they will say, give us jobs among the brethren, so we will have enough to eat. Nevertheless, the firm foundation of God stands, having this seal. The Lord knows those who are his, and everyone who names the name of the Lord is to abstain from wickedness. Those who have an ears to hear, let them hear what thus says the Lord.